This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. Hey, I had a question for you. Have you batch listened to this show? Because I will tell you, I have a ton of material on interviewing because I started January 1st and I've been working my way through this entire year focused on interviewing. Now, if that isn't something that really appeals to you, try my other show, which covers everything else. The other show is called Job Search Radio. Subscribe to that. Batch listen to the show. If you want to listen to it on the web, it's on webtalkradio.net. And it is the number 2 show in iTunes behind this one for anything related to job search. And the question for today is, how do you handle a phone interview out of the blue? I explained this one clearly. It's a good tactic, and thus, let's get going. So, phone interviews are easier and harder than face-to-face ones. They're harder in that you have no visual cues to go by. They can't see how handsome you are or what a great wardrobe you have, and they're not influenced by that. They only have your voice to go by. On the other hand, it's easier in that they can't see that you have any notes out to remind you of points. Or if they ask you a question, you can't jot it down to make sure that you stay on point. Again, you just have your voice to work with. Now, there are 2 types of phone interviews, and as I do this series, I'm going to differentiate between the different types. Excuse me there for a second. And today I'm just going to cover the basic of a phone interview that comes in out of the blue. You know, someone found your resume on your profile on LinkedIn. They found your resume up on a job board. And I'm going to cover today the first basic point of what to do in a situation like that. So they call you up out of the blue, and I'll pretend I'm the caller here. And they say, hi, is this Steve? Hi, Steve. My name is Jeff Altman. I'm a recruiter. I saw your resume on fill in the blank name of the job board, or I found your profile on LinkedIn. I'm doing a search for a client. Want to have a chance to chat with you. Is this a good time? Jeff, it actually isn't a great time. I'm about to go into a meeting. I have a call that's scheduled for 5 minutes from now. I want to make sure I can speak with you. Can we schedule a time to speak? Sure. And you schedule the appointment. And then you continue by saying, before we speak, could you tell me about the role that you have in mind for me? And then they talk with you about it. Why is this such a useful approach to take? Real simple. To me, it's so important you know what the target is that they're looking for, that trigger them to make the call to you, so that you can proactively address this, as opposed to guessing. And by guessing, I mean just simply talking about what you've done without being able to talk about what you've done that matters to them. And there's a difference between the two. The first one is just talking and talking and talking, and you have no idea what it is that they're trying to find out from you, except what you can attempt to ascertain from the nature of the question or the pattern of the questions that they're asking you. On the other hand, if you just flat out ask them, you know, which makes more sense. Knowing, of course. And I'll go the extra step of saying, if you were a consultant walking in to meet a client for the first time who was interested in engaging your services, you wouldn't just walk in and say, so let me tell you what I've done, and speak to them in that way. Instead, you'd walk in, sit down and say, tell me about what your issue is and how you think I might be able to help you. That's the same approach you need to take with an interview. So again, don't get caught short when someone calls you up out of the blue, because you may be preoccupied. You're certainly not going to be prepared. And if it's an employer, you definitely want to do this. Schedule a time to actually speak. Even if they say, I've got a busy afternoon today. Can I just get a couple of minutes with you? And just simply, again, repeat. I have a meeting I'm going to go into in the next 5 minutes. I want to just make sure I can give you great attention, and I just don't think I can do it now. It's not like they're not going to do this. It's just they're feeling kind of pressed, and they're trying to press you. So, your goal is to get yourself in the door. And the best way to get yourself in the door is to demonstrate to them how you fit the role. Being caught off guard isn't the best way. Schedule a time to speak. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here's a few ways that I can be of help to you. First of all, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching from me, help with interview preparation, or with assistance on a salary negotiation, email me at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. In the subject line, tell me what it's about: coaching, interview prep, salary negotiation, whatever it is. Just put it in the subject line, and in the body, just tell me what's going on, and we'll schedule a time to speak. Next, if you're interested in resume and LinkedIn profile reviews, critiques and such, or a job search makeover where I review every aspect of what you've been doing in your search and try and help you make corrective action one time, you can find out about it at my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. Look for the tab on top that indicates the kind of service that you want. Click through, place the order, and we'll get to work right away. And there's always JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, where I have curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read that's going to help you find work more quickly. Plus, through the site, for one price, you can also ask me questions as well. Again, that site is JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. I'll be back with more soon, and in the meantime, have a great day. Take care.
Progressive brings you Flowetry with Flo.
When Flo flows, she flows in the know. Mind ruminates the rates. Shown them all, I heed the call. Seeing the rest, I choose the best. Sometimes it's ours, sometimes it's not. When the fox walks, is it called a fox trot? That's a real question.
Compare Progressive direct rates with competitors' rates. Visit Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
It's the season of smaller lines and bigger savings at America's largest indoor water parks. So make the short drive and join us for the ultimate family vacation. From toddlers to teens and moms to dads, everyone finds their oasis at Kalahari Resorts and Conventions in the Poconos. The getaway boasts 220,000 square feet of hair-raising water slides and rides, world-class spas, kids' play areas, and diverse dining options. Go ahead, make everyone's day. Book now at KalahariResorts.com.